side of me, the guy has 100 acres. He backs onto the Bago State Forest. So the forest sort of starts in the back of his property, and my property is quite open. There's not much bush on it, but he has quite a lot of trees and heavy bush and stuff starting sort of along my fence line. And it's, yeah, my brother, he hears things like watching him from there and like following him along on the other side of the fence, and he gets all freaked out and starts screaming. They started, well, now we've thought about it and they've actually seen something. They actually started a few weeks ago. There was a night, I have a dog, he doesn't bark or anything, but there was a night when my dog was outside and he was barking and carrying on and crying and whining, and it was really dark, and we went out there and had a look and didn't see anything, but he kept going like all night, and then all of a sudden he just went really quiet and went and hid in his kennel. He's been hiding in his kennel now at night. He doesn't come out at night now, he just hides in his kennel. And then last weekend was when my brother heard something on the other side of the fence on the 100 acres, and he was coming out to my car, but then he heard it following him along on the other side of the fence, and as he would stop, it would go really quiet as well. And then he freaked out and locked himself in my car and screamed out for us to put the spotlights on. And then Saturday night was when my brother's girlfriend saw it. Our house is at the bottom of a hill, like the road that we're on is at the top of the hill, and our driveway comes right down the hill, and I guess they would call it like a bit of a valley. Our house is in a bit of a valley, so she was walking down the hill and heard something jump out of a tree, and then it ran at her through the grass, and that was when she saw a big, dark creature running at her on all fours, and she freaked out and started screaming. But then when she screamed and my brother's come outside, when she turned around, whatever was there was gone. And then Sunday night they decided it would be a smart idea to go spotlighting. So we were spotlighting our neighbour's property and saw something massive and human-shaped. It was probably about, like, it was big. So I mean, from here, looking at the tree now, the thing had to have been at least 10 feet tall. We spotlighted it, and because it was lighted up, and then it was walking backwards and forwards when we turned the light off. Then we turned the light back on again, and then off again. It stopped walking, and then dropped down to the ground. And we freaked out. My brother screamed at us to run inside. I saw it on Sunday night. It ran at my brother's girlfriend on Saturday night. We saw it on Sunday night for about 5 or 10 minutes. It was walking back and forth between some trees. She saw it for only probably a couple of minutes. From when looking at the tree that she thinks it jumped out of and where she was located, she only saw it for like a minute or something. The tree's really high. She heard it land on the ground on 2 feet and then drop down onto another 2, and it was running at her on all fours. And she says from when it was running at her on all fours, it was about 4 foot high on all fours. And it was running on all fours. But she said it wasn't making any... It didn't make any like verbal sounds or anything. It was
when the one you saw, how long did you have it in view when you looked at when it was up on the hill?
5 minutes or so at least. It was when we had our lights off, we could see it, and it was walking backwards and forwards between a couple of trees.
What was it walking like?
It just seemed to be moving like it was on 2 feet, a human-shaped, but it didn't have a neck. Like from the shape that we could see, it didn't look like it had a neck.
And was it thin or bulky and solid?
It was bulky. It was really solid and really wide.